there I am. There I am, eating the spaghetti. I'm just gonna start by reading sex books excerpts. just, I can't even. Oh my god. This is so. And the thing is like, if people like it, go right ahead. But I can't. I kissed his cock, rubbed it against my face and cheek. So soft. I looked up and he smiled at me. I began to lick it, to make out with it. My mouth was very dry from the slop. Oh no. Oh no. Why do I see raw oysters down below? No. My chin rested on the place where his tail. Wait, wait, hang on, what? Oh my god. No, this is called The Pisces, a novel. Oh my god, it's about a fish. It's about a fish. Oh no. That's a fish dick. Oh no, my chin rested on the place where his tail met his skin. The scales were slimy and hard at the same time, but his balls were delicious like raw oysters. I was trying to look. I didn't look up an excerpt for this. I thought that was just like a regular ass. No. The oyster balls. I need to look up better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this Sex Love Repeat by Alessandra Torre. You do not start whatever this sex book is. If you're gonna be like, okay, I need a sensual sex book, we gotta make sure that it is that. So like, we get people like, you want to be hard, you want to be wet, we want to have a sexual experience. Do not name your character Ringo. It is the least sexual name. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man. It's not doing it. It doesn't cut the chat. It's a published book? That's a published book. Yep. I wound up writing. Did you hear me at least this update? You hear Fang only? Okay, well, I'll keep reading stuff for you.
Come on.
Oh, this is winner of the National Book Critics Circle Award, Ragtime, a novel.
Okay.
Lie down. Evelyn sat down on the bed and looked at what was coming out of the black bag. On your stomach, Goldman said. She was holding a bottle and tilting the contents into her cupped hand. Evelyn lay down on her stomach and Goldman applied the liquid where the marks of the stays reddened on the flesh. Evelyn cried, "It stings."
Yeah.
This is astringent, the first thing to restore circulation, Goldman explained. What the fuck? Get to the, where's the... Evelyn put her hands on her own breast and her palms rotated the nipples. Her hands swam down her flanks. He rubbed her hips. Her feet pointed like dancers and her toes curled. Her pelvis rose from the bed as if something in the air. Goldman was now at the bureau, capping her bottled emollient. What the fuck is that?
What?
Emollient? Don't make me look up words.
What?
What's that?
Well,
Emollients are ingredients found in skincare products. Nobody knows that shit. Don't put that in there.
No, that's like this author is like, this is a pained author who is like, okay, I need to like do the most of what I was trained to do as often as I can by using
yeah.
I gotta use diverse vocabulary because look at what I've been reduced to. Look at what the fuck I've been reduced to.
And then meanwhile you have the total opposite of let's just get straight to the point of my chin rested on the place where his tail met his skin, but his balls were delicious like raw oyster.
Yeah, from Fishman.
Like we just go from one to the other.
Neither of those excerpts did it for me. The fish was disgusting, and the other one, it's like if you have to stop.
Now we're talking
like,
about the we're chemists. We're talking about the like the ingredients. It's like I rubbed the ingredients of a lotion on you.
Yeah, I know, right? And then now I'm like, I had to, like, if you have to stop and like look words up, like, come on, you're fully taking me out of it. Ugh. Yo, Motu.
This bad boy is designed for both inner and outer play. The rabbit ears tuck around your clit, while the other part, let me show you. Without taking her glasses off the women. What? She pressed a button and the beads inside the toy's base began to rotate. Jack's shaft twirled clockwise. Wait. Hang on. What? What?
Is he a cyborg?
Is he a robot?
Is this cyborg born?
Then, with the press of another button, twirled counterclockwise. Everyone gasped in amazement. Hell, Jack can load me up anytime.
Wait.
Yep.
There's an audience?
There's an audience for Robo Spinny Penis, it sounds like.
Okay. Like, Cyborn. I'm not turned on, but I am intrigued.
I am intrigued. That one, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? I wanna... Wait, what? So the overview is that they're starting to prove that to the Vietnamese parents that her sex toy business can be successful when her world is turned upside down by running into her ex, who is also trying to get his business off the ground. Their chemistry is still electric and their sensual tension is palpable, but can they give love a second shot while prioritizing burgeoning careers? I mean, with that preview.
Wow.
of Robo Wiener to the crowd, then maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, everybody, watch as I use my Robo Dick to stimulate this lady. Spider-Man. Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Where do you get these excerpts from? Do you have an app?
DuckDuckGo provided.
Oh. Wait, this is like...
I just basically Googled excerpts of sex books is what I just finished. Like, the universe provided. The algorithm dropped some magic.
Yeah. Were we all helicoptered at some point? Of course. You have to. If you have, you have to try it.
I don't know, man. You gotta have something to work with, and you know. Not getting into too much detail here.
Look, you try. That doesn't mean you do it.
You
We
try.
all
Yeah. It's not successful.
You gotta
Not
try
successful. You give it the old college try.
it. Yep. www.meatspin.com.
This has to be. What? Is this a joke?
What?
#1 New York Times bestseller? No.
Have you,
No.
Have
No,
you
I
ever
don't-
noticed how like every book is a
You're
New York
mine.
Times bestseller at this point? Like
You're
everybody's
mine,
making
Mo
that
Dweeb.
claim.
He said softly, pressing himself into my depths. Mine alone, now and forever. Mine, whether ye will it or no. I
Wow.
pulled against his grip and sucked in my breath with a faint ah as he pressed deeper. I mean, to use ye hard, me Sassenach, he whispered. I want to own you.
Stop.
Body and
What?
soul. Yeah.
Sassenach? Wait.
Sassenach.
Stop.
I am copying and pasting the word.
Yeah, I don't
dropping it
think
in
I could
tab.
figure out how to spell that.
I don't know how else you
Whoa.
would pronounce that.
No, that's yeah. I would have spelled that wrong. Sassenach. Let's see. Sassenach. Derogatory, Scottish, an English person. What?
Again, you should need to look. What does Sassenach mean in Outlander? The New York Times bestseller Outlander by Diana Gabaldon.
So it's like a slur for an Anglo-Saxon. What? What?
And it's not even like it's so. If you're gonna do something like that, shouldn't it be something that's just like maybe you can drop the slur, but it's like it's sensual, so it works.
Yeah.
But nothing about that flows in any capacity whatsoever, and makes it think
No.
like, you know what, shit's going down.
Yeah. Because even, like, yeah, anytime you add, like, an atch to the end, because, like, even if you're like, oh, go deep into my snatch, it's like, that's... That... it just sounds... It sounds like dirty time with grandma. Like, it just... I
Yeah.
don't know. It... I don't like it. I mean, if you do whatever, like, be into it,
Toggles
but-
at my nipple. What do you mean
Toggles?
Toggles it.
Toggles? Toggles the nipple? Now stop it! This writer is so bored. Cause like to toggle implies that like you're switching it into a position, like you're clicking it in.
Yeah. There's
Like-
gears. There's
like you're-
gears to this.
Yeah, like you're flipping up the nips and they stay up. Like
Your
versus
nipples
down.
are like a 21 gear speed bike.
Yeah,
Shit's going down.
yeah. I clicked the nips into the next gear. You can't do that with a nipple. I mean, mine don't. I have not. Or I do not think you can do that with a nipple.
No, I'm thinking not.
Yeah, you can flick a nipple. You could. I mean, you can't. You can't even flip a nip. I mean, you can flick it. You can kind of flip it around. Like, yeah, you can't toggle a nipple.
No, it's untoggleable.
Yeah.
I've toggled many of things in my day, and
Yeah.
that's just not a toggleable
No.
situation.
I know a
Stuff
lot
down.
about toggles, and I'll tell you what. You cannot toggle a nipple.
No,
You might want to, but you can't unless it's on a robot. Wait, are you still in the robot book?
no, I switched from robot to something else. At least it's not the
Oh,
fish
okay.
one. The fish one got too weird for me.
Yeah, that was
I had to jump off
disgusting.
that one.
Yeah. I mean, like, Because, like, even the whole, like, mermaid thing, because it's just, like, I don't understand why the attraction behind the mermaids either, because it's just, like, they're a fish on the bottom, like...
Yeah, it's the bestiality thing.
But, like, you can't even bestial that, like...
No.
Because, like, it's just, like... It's like that episode of Futurama where Fry goes to live under the ocean with that, like... Southern belle of a mermaid, and he's like, why couldn't she have been the fish on the top and the lady on the bottom?
Yeah,
she's
100%.
just like, oh, would you like to fertilize my eggs? And he's like, wait, what do you mean? Yeah, I lay my eggs and then you fertilize them.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that's how fish work. There's nothing hot
example.
there. Like, if you're into that, like, and that's your jam, like, okay. But, like, this is a very specific genre of literary pornography now.
Yeah.
Because, like, the whole reason things work where, like, you have the whole furry community is because they're mammals. And we are mammals. So, like, it all still works like you would think it would work. But once you get the
and it's like, it's
fish in
consenting
there,
individuals. Yeah.
yeah. Whereas the eggs come out a hole is a hole.
So that sounds like a perfect time to start Super Metroid.
Yeah, let's play.
Because otherwise we're gonna analyze this shit all night.
Yeah.
This will be our life.
Segment called Dinner Talk? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I must have the
Yeah, we were actually talking about that at some point where we were talking about the idea of having it where like opener or closer, just like picking some random shit online and just us riffing on it. Still not off the table.
No, it's not off the table at all. I've got it. I made a scene for it and everything. Like,
so if people have ideas, then shoot them.
Yeah, I do things. When people say things to me, I do things. I feel like the table needs a crushed beer can and an ashtray. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
It needs
a real deal with it. But not just like any ashtray, that like thick glass one.
Yes.
That like really thick.
With like a smoldering butt in it. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it's like for some ridiculous reason it's like 2 inches thick and you're like, I didn't even know glass could get this thick.
Right. I have one of those ashtrays. It never gets used. Yeah, the big brown glass one. Mine's green. Yeah. Mine's that big thick ass green glass. It doesn't get used. I kept it around. One is a relic, and two, because for the longest time my brother was still smoking. So when he would come over, I would bust out the thick ass ashtray for him to be the only one at it.
I
play
love
a clip
the
of something you talk about. Yeah,
is like on my stream I'm just like, all I can do is speedrun. That's my existence, that's who I am, that's my identity. And then I get over here and then it's just like, you know what, let's talk fish balls and ashtrays.
Yeah. Well, because like on the kitchen table here, yeah, I could just, because I made a scene, where was it? Like, I have a scene where I was gonna have like the internet in there, but like, I'm all over the place. But I could just put the little browser in the TV, and you know, it wouldn't be a very big video playing, but you know, half the time you're just in it for the audio anyway. I don't know, if you're watching on mobile and it's too small, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Get a bigger phone. Ain't my fucking problem.
Yeah.
User experience? Fuck you. Shit. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Action. Actione.
This time I swear I won't die.
Oh shit. Don't play off the preview, son. I fixed it like right in the magic moment.
Oh, I'm not sure if you saw it, Septi. I'm. Wait, did I post it in the Discord? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. No, I did. I
You're
learned
actually a fish.
learned how to get the E-tank and wreck ship early.
Yeah, this mad lad here. Oh my god. Which, because you did it, that means you won't be able to get it live now.
Oh, not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. And I did it like 10 times in a row, which means that I'm gonna
Oh
do
my
it 10
god, seriously?
times. Yeah. Which means that I'm not gonna get it once.
You're an impressive lad. Did I ever tell you that?
I think once or twice, yeah. Feels good, feels good, feels good.
Yeah, that E-tank.
That one. It's weird because I couldn't get the bomb jump, so I figured out another strat. I was talking to Toasty, and
What's
there's
the
like
other
apparently
strat?
like backup. Apparently, it's sort of like the idea of like the infinite bomb jump kind of thing, where you just keep laying out horizontal bombs. And it sounds worse to me. Oh, you know what? We're dipshits.
Why?
We're both really stupid.
Why?
We need to reset.
Why?
What room are we in? What multi-troid room are we in?
Oh, motherfucker, yeah. I mean, I'm in it. Where the fuck are you?
You didn't post it.
Oh, you want the fucking link?
Yeah, I want the
You
fucking
want
link.
me to play your side too? Jeez.
I'm just like he's clearly like he's beat like the ship's blown up. What's the deal? There we go. There we go. Now we cooking.
That's what happens when you have too much fun talking.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Items, equipment.
There you are.
Torino, patching ROM, ready to play. Giddy up. Okay.
What room are you in? Your mama's room?
Oh my god, now I can think is that freaking Tim Robbins again. Where you with my mom? Oh shit, this isn't good. This isn't good. I gotta call her.
Yeah. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. That's so good. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's do this. Round 2. There we go. Now I see some icons, some things happening. Magic.
Right.
Magic's in the air.
Oh my god. Wait, don't crouch. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay. I'm waiting. Sex book excerpts.
Yes, please. Alright.
What a bizarre detail to focus on. Taking her hand, Eddie led her to his bedroom, which looked like every room he'd ever lived in. What does it have to do with the experience?
Nothing. It's so poorly
There's
written,
a bed,
it's
a dresser,
distracting.
and posters on the wall. Okay. Alright. He had that old grandma brown couch where it had a little floral pattern, slightly distressed wood paneling on the wall. Like, what? Talk about the dicks. Come on.
You know what this is for? This is no, I see what they're doing here. They're like bringing the olds back to a specific era of their youthful foolery.
Yes. Okay.
This book is not for you and me because we were children in that era.
Yeah, these were the people who started fan fiction back when it was just like they were, you know, the housewives doing fan fiction to Star Trek, like the real deal stuff.
Yeah.
For the people who started in that era.
Yep.
Okay, I
Yes.
can subscribe to this theory. I'm
Yeah.
I'm subscribing to this newsletter.
Yeah. Yeah. This book is not for you or me. This book is for a very specific individual who blossomed sexually in the
With
end of
the
the
other
70s,
Dolores and
early
Agnes.
80s, where they were like, they had that fool around moment where they're like, oh yeah, this reminds me of the first guy I was with in high school. Oh god, those were hot, sweaty times. Makes me
Yeah, I'm
forget
digging
about
this.
how I'm 50 and miserable right now.
And they wear one of those t-shirts that's like exercise. I thought she said exercise.
It's gonna be on the oral exam. Yeah. You bet your sweet ass. This person had one of those home pipe organs. Yes.
Yeah,
Those are so classic.
yeah.
That was an era.
Why did everyone know one old lady that had one of those? Where you're just like, why does this exist in your house? You don't know how to play it. This must have been expensive. Why is this
How
here?
else am I gonna sing to Christ without a pipe organ in the living room?
Oh man. It reminds me, I was at a wedding where I swear when it was just like as the atheist going into the church, it's always just like an awkward thing when it's just like, oh, we gotta do
Yes.
it this way, do we? But they're just like, oh yeah, we have so and so on the organ, and it's just like, oh, okay. They're a little nervous, and it's like, oh no. I swear it was like their first time like ever playing like I mean like any instrument. Oh my god. How bad it sounded. Oh my goodness. Christ wept that day. And it was just like, it was so embarrassingly uncomfortable because like it wasn't something that you could just like shrug off and be like, oh well, you know, you should have paid and played that as like a C flat, not a D major like you did. Like it wasn't something like that. I mean, it was just like, what song are you even playing? Why are there so many spaces between these notes? What are these notes? What is this song supposed to be?
I just learned to read sheet music today. Be gentle.
Oh,
yeah, Jesus can only
so
hear
good.
organs. If you sing to Jesus, that's so like, yeah, Jesus can only hear organs. So if you go to one of those like hip rock and roll churches where everyone's playing the Satan's sixth string, like Jesus can't hear that. It's not an organ. Jesus can't hear it. Prayers going nowhere. That's like making a phone call without the line plugged in. Ain't happening. Call not received, call not sent. Yo, Tech. Thanks for getting creamy.
Open up the door and get ourselves some super poopers. Nice and creamy.
Oh, so creamy, like corn. Contemporary services aren't canon. Please.
I've been happy that I've been getting this the mock balls first try.
Yeah, that's
there was
been
a period
nice.
of time where it was just like it did not feel like it was going to be consistent in any capacity. I don't care about getting the moat jump first try, but I'm hoping that I don't land in the water for the E-tank.
Sure.
I want that. I want that magic to happen. It felt good in practice.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so speaking of church,
Uh-oh.
I kept I kept feeling like I might have posted about this a little bit when we were all chatting in the Discord. I kept feeling this desire to like reconnect with faith in some degree, and I just you know, I just can't get past the Old Testament. I just can't do it. And there's like, cause like I love the teachings of Jesus, right? Cause like they're good. There's good shit there. But then there's like
Oh
that
yeah,
whole
you know, like the actually treating people with dignity and respect, and you know how you
yeah.
should be judged by how you treat the people at the lowest, which is
Yep, love your
who you
enemy,
should be
all
helping the
that
most.
really
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure before it is that I started like making cum jokes or something like that. Like what like are we seriously contemplating, or like is this something that was just like you were doing a very elaborate setup? Okay.
No,
Making
yep,
sure I'm under
yep.
reading tone in the room here. Okay.
Okay, yep. Nope, you got it. You got it. Home run, buddy. Home run.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I just, in general, I've been the past couple of years have been kind of rough, and it's just like, man, I kind of miss that sense of community. I kind of like, this absolute, the idea of an absolute rule set is kind of nice when it's like all good stuff. But then there's like that pesky bit where Jesus is just like, yeah, but the Old Testament, all that stuff too. And it's like, man, I feel like that was like an edit. I feel like someone edited that in and was just like, yeah, we're gonna tie this whole sucker together like this.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like,
you think about how over so many years things were translated, interpreted, all that sort of stuff. It's like how much of it is actually in any shape or form the original form. And
right.
so the how much do we take literally and how much do we take as like overall just the concepts of the lessons rather than taking these verbatim kind of thing.
Right. And it's not lost on me either that Jesus was a Jew, and it's not lost on me either that he was supposed to be, because like so like you learn the historicals of it too. And it's like there was a lot of people that were like trying to claim the right of the Messiah, right? Like, because the whole idea was it's like they were supposed to be, the next King David, lead the Jews, get them out of oppression from Rome, all that good stuff. Like it all makes a lot of sense. I get it. But man, because it's just like I like the idea of so much of it when it comes to just like the teachings of Jesus, but then you get into that Old Testament shit, and you get into that shit that like the extremists like to get in, like those Christian extremists and shit, and that stuff just like gets crazy, man. One of the reasons I ditched religion is that all the edits and such of the Bible made me not trust it. Well, that's why I like reading, because I am fascinated by all religions. So like, this is a thing that I enjoy learning more about. So I'm gonna make that a thing I do because I enjoy it. But it's like you read like the Skeptic's Bible. You have to read like the Skeptic's version of every religious text almost, because someone has gone through and taken the time to like point out the clear contradictions and all the weirdness and all the because like if you sit down as a humble reader of a text and you try and like parse that all out on your own in the gibberish it's all written in, like you're not gonna be like, yeah, I remember like 27 books ago they said this but in a slightly different way, that's contradict, like you're not gonna remember that. But the Skeptic's Bible is pretty fucking fantastic because it helps point out those contradictions, which is really helpful because it's just like, okay, maybe some of this is shit.
Since now it is that we're in more serious time, again, making sure that it is that I know the direction. So with that then, and the sort of concepts, have you paid much attention to, say, traditional indigenous teachings and the concept of creator then?
I mean, like I've studied it before.
Yeah, and so it's like I'm wondering. It sounds like when you're talking about that kind of stuff, is having it where perhaps because the idea of the indigenous teachings and creator and the prayer associated with that is not about having you comply to a set of like you're
Right.
not obliged to a set of rules. There's no dictations as to what it is that you should or should not be doing, what you should be living your life like, or anything like that. It's
Right.
purely about the concept of gratitude and appreciating nature, existence, being thankful for what's around us, and that everything has life and everything has a purpose and meaning and deserving of love. And so it's not about here's this hierarchy of things you should or shouldn't be doing, or these rules, or anything to misinterpret, because there's nothing to interpret. It's
Yeah.
just the existence is beautiful. A creator has put this out, and they're not an all-knowing being or anything like that. It's just about the how is it that you be grateful for what you have, what's around you, grateful for the fact that we're able to love and eat and experience what we do, and just look at the world through that sort of lens. So I'm wondering if, especially like around here, we have a lot of very knowledgeable elders. So having access to that
Oh,
information because of the
scheiße.
area I live in is very easy. But I'm not sure
Yeah,
about
yeah,
where you are, but it's something where it might be worth considering kind of looking at a little bit more deeper, because then it escapes all of that and those concepts of like the prime sort of ideas of like Buddhist teachings, Christian teachings, those sorts of things. Like the true critical stuff is all in there without the like bullshit.
Well, yeah, in general, I so like that general philosophy of like kind of where the indigenous a lot of those indigenous beliefs kind of spawn from, not spawn, that's not a great word. Are birthed from, that's not any better. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I in general like that's kind of where my brain rests in the
Mm,
reality of how if there is a greater being, like that's probably how it's going down anyway. So it's like I'm kind of there anyway.
gotcha.
But I had an interesting, I don't know, I had this weird and like I did a light Google. I feel like it's impossible to like Google anything anymore in a practical way, but when I was coming down off of my ADHD meds, like when I was on them and my brain wasn't humming quite as much, I felt like, maybe I should start thinking about like faith stuff again or whatever, and that the timing could have just been coincidental, but I could swear once the meds wore off, once I decided to stop taking them because of all the weird interactions I was having with them, like I was almost frustrated with myself for even thinking about any of that, because it's like the logical side of my brain like kicked back in and was like, man, what the fuck are you even doing here? Like none of this makes sense. There's a reason you heavily walked away from all this. Like what are you even trying to figure out here?
Yeah.
And it was a very, because I think at the end of the day, it's like missing that shared like space of belief, because I tend to trend more leaning into Buddhist things, or like the philosophy. I mean, because Buddhism's really a philosophy at the end of the day, or maybe like the philosophy of like the Tao Te Ching, or those sorts of things, where it's a more just understanding of just fucking life as it is, versus the you have to behave in this way, or I think that's what really winds up eating my ass at the end of the day, is it's the whole you have to behave in this specific way. You have to believe this thing in this specific way, and otherwise you're rejected from the kingdom of the Lord. And it's just like, man, this is like, I get it, but it's like, fuck.
I thought it was my mom that ate your ass, but sure.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's something, but that's where I'm always curious about that kind of thing, especially because like I'm a very staunch atheist. I don't, and whatever people believe.
I mean,
go ahead.
normally I am too, but like I went through a weird.
Everybody believes what you want to believe. But with that sort of thing, I'm curious with like your sort of like thought process with that is it sounds like there's a part of it where it's just like sort of what spawned some of these things is just answers.
Right.
And so we tend to gravitate towards what is going to potentially give me that answer. And a lot of the time you look at like when they were killing scientists for providing information.
Right.
It was like, don't give us answers to things. And so now it's like people still lean on those types of teachings and stuff like that because at the end of the day it's a belief system, and now it's like it's so ingrained in our culture and it's inescapable. It's like, is it that you're looking for answers because you are like, I think that there's something more and I need to find a way to connect with that, or you're just
Right.
like, things fucking suck, so is there something?
Right. I think that was kind of the. Oh, hey, Tubes, welcome the hell on in. Yeah, you're 100% correct. That is exactly what it is, and that's why I gravitate towards it more as an loosely organized thing. It's more like it has some answers and it provides some direction. It doesn't have answers; it provides some direction. But back to your point, Fag. I think yeah, that's basically where I was at. It was just like.
Oh.
Well, it was oddly enough, I noticed too when I was on my ADHD meds, I didn't get depressed at all. Now that could have just been a coincidence. But once they were out of my system, I did get depressed again, which was really interesting. I don't know. The whole ride with the ADHD meds was pretty wild.
Well, for me, it's interesting to see the reasons, like the motivators to why people go certain directions. Like, somebody that I talked to, who they are very much like, in terms of their Christian beliefs and everything like that, are very much ingrained in like, not so much the let's talk about like here's why we need to go to church and do these exact things and follow these rules rigidly. It's more about the like the meditation, the interpersonal. These are the sorts of answers. How do I do things to make sure that I live my life in the best possible way and treat others as best as possible? So it's like it's the core stuff, not the here's all the organized chaos and everything like that.
Right.
But a part of what it is that they cited in terms of why they lean so heavily on their faith is the fear of death and it providing answers. It provides, even if it's wrong, and they know and acknowledge that, even if it's wrong, it still provides comfort that in that journey, that at least there's something. And so it's interesting to see the different ways that people navigate that sort of thing, because for myself, being someone who's like very depressed, very suicidal, I won't, and I never have actually had the urge, and I never will act on that in any capacity. So anybody who's like concerned, I love you for it, but you don't need to be. There's
Right.
nothing. I look at it as a source of comfort. And so when you look at that, it means that I don't fear death. One day it's like I didn't fear being born, and there's no reason to fear dying because it's gonna eventually be the same thing one way or another, and I can't control it.
Right, right.
And so it's like all I can do is do what I can in these moments now while I have them, is embrace the beauty of life as best I can. And is it complex and is it hard and are there a lot of downtimes? Absolutely. But there is a lot to be incredibly grateful for if you look for it.
Right, yeah. Yo, Drew. My deodorant instructions say remove cap and push up bottom. Well, now I can barely walk and my farts smell amazing. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's such a good one. Yeah, no, like, I hear you on a lot of that because I'm kind of the same way in a lot of things where it's like... I think, I don't know, I agree with everything you just said. I land in a lot of the same on a lot of that. So for me, that moment I had the other day was just, it was kind of bizarre that I had like a few weeks of like almost regression, I guess I would say at this point.
Yeah.
Come on.
Back when before my wife and I got married, there was one point where I asked her what her birthday was, and she said March 1st. So I walked around the room, and then I said, so when is your birthday? No, March 1st. I didn't say it was a good joke. We're just throwing out bad jokes. Fuck.
I'm too stupid. I was like, I don't get it. What do you mean? Did you forget what she just said to you?
Dipshit.
Dumbass. She just told you, you dumbass. Oh, good grief. Okay. I am human, it's true. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, almost.
Shit. Okay, that's fine.
No, almost. Come on. Ah, so close.
Oh, did you get me I have the high jump boots, right?
Yes, I grabbed
Okay.
those first this time.
Okay.
There we go. Mark Bolio, let's go.
Perfect.
Took too many tries, but it's all right.
I got the eating second try, so I'm happy with that.
Hell
We're
yeah,
making
dude.
progress. We're learning.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now that I got past that, I feel like I can unfocus.
Talk again.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So yeah, and I am definitely human. That is for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It was still like I almost wound up frustrated again because it's just like again, not to knock on anyone's faith, but it's like, man, for a lot of those specific faiths, it's like you gotta be willing to set yourself up for the mental gymnastics, you know? Because it's like a lot of it is just really illogical in a way where it just like I think it's gonna only get harder because like you can already see this happening. Like, not to like pick on Christianity or anything, but like, you know, I mean, if you just look at the modern church as it is now, there's already a lot of accommodations being made, you know, to curtail things and change shit and try and modernize stuff, and you know that's what everybody's getting all up in arms about.
Yeah,
It's
because they're
like
losing customers.
they are, and it's just like, oh Jesus Louise, because you just can't I don't know, you can't keep the archaic shit going. It just does. None of it was written to consider modern times, and you know it's okay to make that concession and be like, yo, this was not made for these times. These issues are not addressed. Because it's like, if you do like a Google search, again, we're gonna pick on the Bible some more because that's just what I'm most familiar with in life. You know,
Well, I mean,
there's
you're in North America. It's kind of hard to pick anything else as like a standardized reference point that we're like blasted by constantly.
Right. And so it's like, you know, it's like you look at the Google searches. It's like, what does the Bible say about any modern topic? And it's like, it really doesn't. And now you're just getting into weird interpretive territory.
And when people vehemently will go, and you'll wind up seeing it where there'll be like the LGBT plus thing is definitely one of the easiest sort of reference points in terms of social things right now, because if you have the same book, the same group of people looking at the same document, and then one of them is just like, they all gotta go, and then the other one's like, no, image, love them all.
Right.
And then it's just like, those are two diametrically opposed, completely opposite ideas, and there's no way
Right.
you can have those two opposing things if it's something that's a clear document. There's no confusion as to my stance on that. I basically ran what was considered the Twitch gay bar. There's no confusion as to my stance. Just like, we're all deserving love. Just treat people with dignity and respect. Nice and simple. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
No confusion on those rules.
Yo, Nick. We are.
Love who you love.
Why
Done.
not both? Why not both? Human and demon. Why not both? Oh man, our health is scary.
Well, you got some, I'm gonna get you your gravity suit in a sec. And yeah, you're gonna give me a speed booster.
I know. I'm too scared to proceed though with this health.
You got a tank. You're good.
I guess there is a reservo, yeah. We went from Old Testament to New Testament. It's not much different to go from New Testament to the Testamator. The Testamenter.
Shit, you're quite a ways from it. How am I gonna handle this then? Is there a partial collection I can do? Yeah. Okay. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Let's improv some shit. Okay, I'm gonna try some pixel perfect jumps.
Okay. Sounds terrible, but you do you.
Oh wait, no, because then I gotta get back, so no, I won't. I'll just loop around. It's no big deal.
Did I mess something up? Or is it because I don't have speed boots yet?
It's because you don't have speed boost.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's totally fine.
I'll have it shortly, but it's that stupid. Once I get good at that damn
Mock ball.
I don't
Well,
even know that it's good. It's consistent. That's my problem.
And I wound up learning a few things too that sped my section up quite a bit. So you weren't emotionally ready for that.
No. Oh my god.
But that's
And
a
now
part of the process.
it is. And now I can't do the easy bubble mountain for some reason. There we go. The struggles. Get the hell out of my tunnel,
Struggle
son.
bus, baby. What's up, Nick? Nice to see you.
Well, if Decepti's doing it right, Decepti's not wearing anything because it's Pantsless Tuesday. Pantsless Tuesday. Every Tuesday on my channel is Pantsless Tuesday. I am pantsless right now. Need pics to confirm? You just gotta trust. Just gotta trust.
Trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
I can assure you, your imagination in the matter is a lot more generous than what reality is. So. You probably don't want pics to confirm. Probably don't want pics to confirm.
Yeah, keep the dream alive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just don't get the answers that you want. You don't get the satisfaction. You're just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, if being an adult has taught me anything, it's that the dream is better than the reality.
So we'll get that reserve and then I'll go.
You do have your speedy speeds.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm actually quite amazed I can even play today. Because if you've ever used a fucking Sawzall...
Oh, I had a Sawzall day. I had a Sawzall day last year. And holy shit, my wrists.
Mm-hmm.
Sawzall days are rough.
Today I learned a valuable lesson as to why most contractors do not willingly take on retrofits.
Yeah.
Your AC died for one day, and let me tell you, all my clothes were coming off till it was fixed that day. That's right.
We had snow here last week, so I guess I can't relate to that.
Wavy, wavy.
Okay, and then we're gonna improv some shit when we go from Meridia outwards. I can't remember. I'm not sure if you recall. Cause 2 weeks, that's a long frickin' time for old men, I guess. When I went in, did I have to? I don't think I had to pause at all. You wound up actually having to pause, if anything, right? Like you had to wait for me.
Which part?
Mother Brain.
You paused because I had too much to pick up.
Okay. Okay, so I got a little bit more collectorino to do. Okay, so I'll figure out what collection makes the most sense. Oh yeah, shit.
You just got rain. Ugh. The spring rains, baby.
I could just jump off the waiver. Why didn't I know that?
You were just
I'm so
following your
used to
heart.
doing overcomplicated shit that it's just like, no, we gotta do this one block wall jump.
You were just following your heart, baby.
Yeah, my heart always says to overcomplicate shit.
And you embrace that. You don't feel shame in that.
No.
Today, it was the perfect temperature. I was working outside all day on an exterior, and like, fuck, it was like that perfect temperature where there's just a kiss of movement to the air, and it was like 67, and it was like just humid enough where like the air felt fresh. I don't know. It was fucking magical.
That sounds like one of those like perfect fall days kind of thing.
Yeah, but coming out where like now
But
it's that time of year where you feel like that there's just always that slight kiss of warmth to the air, to the breezes. It's just chef's kiss. Like, it's so good. And I'm not usually one to just be like, oh, let's talk about the weather. Like, but oh my god, it was just, there's so few of those days where it just, you feel perfectly comfortable outside and the windows are open and it's perfectly comfortable, and you're driving with the windows open and it's perfectly comfortable. Like, those days are so fucking few, man.
There are very few perfect temperature days where it just like, it feels like just a perfect puckered kiss on your tutor. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah, 100% Deceptive. Statism, man.
Meanwhile, it was humid, gross mess here for like 3 days in a row, and I can handle dry heat, but not humidity. Yeah, dry heat, fine. Humidity, get fucked. That's how we do heat in Wisconsin, too. Like, you'd be like, oh, you guys are up north. It's probably not so bad. No, all we do is fucking humid.
Yeah, as someone who has family from there and used to be there quite a bit, I can completely confirm and validate the god-awful humidity that they get there.
It's so stupid. No, I inserted it again. I inserted my mechanical unit into the receptor.
That said, the worst humidity I've experienced is when I had the total displeasure of going to Florida, and it is like
the
some
worst.
of those spots, it feels like you're walking, like you're always wet. It's like walking into a wall of water.
Yeah. Yeah, that is Florida in a nutshell. We used to go there every year to visit family when I was a kid.
And it fucking stinks. Oh my god, the sewage water that we were at, I can't remember what part of Florida we were at. It fucking stunk. Everything stunk. I had a shower and it just stunk.
Yeah.
Sorry, Florida family.
No, Florida's shit. Like, even if you love it, I'm sorry. It is not a pleasant place. It is not a pleasant place to go.
There's not a single compliment that I have for that hell state. Oh, no. Florida water is the worst water that I've ever experienced.
And then, like, at random, you'll just be, like, going on a walk, and it's like, oh, why is this sidewalk closed off? Oh, because half of it fell into the earth because there was a sinkhole. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, like, what?
Yeah.
Yo, YND. Just like out of nowhere, they're just like, yeah, we lost half the street near a sinkhole.
Yeah, no big deal.
You have to have AC.
That's normal.
If you don't have AC, you just can't exist there. Is Florida like God's blind spot? Florida is like God's moisture-ridden taint. The part of the taint that's closer to the asshole.
Yeah.
After God has just finished
too, and nobody wipes it.
No, and God, and God had just like taken a really uncomfortable shit, didn't do a good job wiping, and he was like outside in jeans doing yard work. Like that's the part of God.
Yeah, we got
Florida
some ball
is.
sweat on that taint. like this pooled, and it really marinated.
Yeah, it's god awful. Again, sorry if you love Florida, but hey, you're
I'm not.
ridiculous. You shouldn't. Because like every time I would be there to visit family, everybody would just be inside. They were either inside or in a pool because it's like you can't be anywhere else. But then nobody leaves, and I don't understand. I don't understand it. Like if you spend enough time in Florida, the Florida man concept makes sense. It's like, yeah, you would go apeshit crazy if that's where you had to be all the time. It makes total sense. Yeah, the peacocks are evil.
And I'm gonna beef with Billings, Montana too now. Let's just keep this going.
Yeah, let's go Billings.
Those who know.
Okay, the beach is good, but like, if you're in Florida,
there's
you're
so
either
much
in a
other
body of
coast.
water or you're in an
There's
AC.
so much other coast. There's so much ocean that does not involve beaches in Florida.
Right.
Like, have you ever been to Laguna Beach? Stunning.
Montana is offensive. I want to visit the States again, but I'll wait for when you don't have to get a cavity search and thrown in jail to cross the border. Amen. Like, I can see how people like Florida if you were born there and you don't know anything else. Like, if you have always only been in the South, like, of course it's going to be fine for you. You're used to it. You're acclimated. But even with our
100%.
balmy Wisconsin summers, like, even I was like, nope, I can't handle this. And I'm used to the sweaty swamp taint. The freshwater beaches of Michigan. Yes. Oh god. And then like I don't like you can like Florida. People can like Florida. I'm just bitter because I've been wrapped up in a jellyfish. Gross. Gross. That sounds painful.
I actually got one of the shine sparks to reduce.
Nice, dude. Mild and breezy all year? I don't know. I don't believe there is. And it sounds like I've never been to the UK, but I feel like I'm led to believe that that's what the UK is like. And what is even crazier about Florida, like, when you go there and you're used to like what cold can really feel like, when you understand what below zero means, and then like it gets to like 60 in Florida and everyone's like, oh, it's parka season. Like, I get it. You're used to an extreme, but like at the same time it's like, motherfucker, no.
The coldest I've been in is, I think it was, I had to look at a chart. I think it was minus 54 Celsius. So anybody who complains about 60 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. I think the coldest I've ever been in is negative 30 Fahrenheit. I like once you hit a certain point where it's like it just gets so cold that it's just all bad.
I think so. For me, that temperature is about minus 40. That's when it gets to the point where it's like it's just indistinguishable. It's just you have to prep.
Yeah. You hit a point where it's like never turn your car off because you won't drive it again.
And you bundle up like crazy for everything.
Yep. Breathing hurts. Well, and that's the crazy part. That's where Wisconsin has like no chill. Like we will get above 100 with that gross ass humidity. But then we'll also, the winters have actually been much milder now because our environment is just completely fucked. But it still gets, now it even gets stupid or hot. I don't care for it. It ain't right. Yeah, thank you, climate change. Thanks for ruining everything. Plasm. You're behind on your expense reports? That sounds awful. Being behind on expense reports is absolutely terrible. As someone who understands what an expense report is like to have to file and be on top of, I will say, that is not a good feeling.
We have the closer on our audit tomorrow, so we can feel those vibes.
Gross. No, the Tim Curry computer is in charge. No, good. All hail Tim Curry computer. Meals, accommodation, lubricant. Good luck spending less than $25 in lube. Ooh, your Capcom Fighting Collection finally came? Nice. That's a good one. Thanks to inflation, lube is probably like 69 bucks. Nice.
Nice.
Nice!
It's the sex number if you don't get the joke.
You ignoramus. Oh my god, that lava penis got right in my way.
But I'm sorry, does that excerpt say one long dick on her neck? The hell, I tried to look something up during the item fanfare and now I'm so confused. I was playing well for a while and now I'm just like, I'm lost. Wait, what?
Yeah, I'd be lost too.
No, I lost my shine spark.
Boom, boom, blah. We gotta ration it every day, only one squeeze per person. But sometimes you gotta have a 2 squeeze Tuesday.
Oh god, what am I doing?
You are playing Super Metroid with your friend.
Spicy.
I hope that was helpful.
Nope.
Okay. Well, honesty is the best policy.
Oh. Okay, now I did that in a way cooler way, and I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. So now we've learned. Oh, and I got those missiles too. Okay, I learned a lot today. We cooking. We cooking.
We cooking with gas, son. Expedition 33 physical came back in stock for like 99 seconds. Crashed the website, or I may not get one if they don't cancel my order. Godspeed. I had a guy one time at the store asked me where the KY was. It's funny because the guy hardly spoke English. It just kept showing me what he wanted in the app. KY! 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 KY!
Oh my, I mixed up both of those statements because I have that on a monitor like over top of me, so it's just like I'm kind of passively reading and just like, okay, you're paraphrasing shit. And I combined those two statements and I thought that either Nick or YND were ordering so much lube that they crashed the site and that they were worried that their jelly order was gonna go away because of how much jelly that they ordered. And it's like, What happened? Whatever it is that you're doing, it's too much. I don't know how much is too much, but whatever that number is
You
definitely
found it,
at
man.
least a part of the threshold.
Those are the best. Those are the best moments. Like, I love... my favorite moments are either when I misread something like that, or I mishear something, and then I get the joy of explaining to the person what I thought I heard them say.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too when those wind up being like becoming those like inside jokes where it's like you can't even explain it to someone. It's like you really
Right.
did have to be there, and it's just like
Right.
this is canon now. You just
Yep.
have to accept it, and if you don't know, you're never gonna know.
Yep. You ain't in the club, son. Not much I can do for you. Okay, I hate that I need to use the X-ray beam for this, but... I seem to always forget which block is the safe block. Rather be safe than sorry. Because the last 3 or 4 runs, I've had to loop back around in this motherfucking area, and I'm so sick of it.
Yeah,
Not
you're
today.
going overall, like you're way further ahead than you've normally been. And I've been playing really well in a lot of spots too, so this is feeling good.
Cool club.
So don't order that much lube, Nick.
Yeah.
It sounds like too much lube. You can do what you want, but I would advise to not.
I don't know. I say follow your dreams. If your dream is to have way
That's
too
fair.
much lube,
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know about that though, because I mean somebody else did that. Now they're in a pretty big lawsuit about that.
really?
Yeah. Diddy.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Follow your dreams within reason. Really reasonable dreams.
Yeah, don't Diddy it.
Yeah, don't done diddy done. No, because little diddy ain't going home. Bonnie and Fang branded drums of lube. Yes.
How did you know?
Oh, so much for the surprise shop opening, but yeah.
Yeah, go off, I guess.
Diddy caught diddlying, and then some. Ugh. It's amazing how the people that have everything also are massive pieces of shit.
Yeah, it's great.
It wasn't enough to
Doesn't
have
impress me at
everything,
all.
but I need to be an absolute piece of shit about it too.
No.
Okay, now I have time. But one more thing. Derek leaned forward, resting his hands on either side of her counter. Then he dipped his head lower. Ginger. What? Why would he pick like this Gilligan's Island ass fucking name? Mine reeled as he ran her tongue upward with one long dick on her neck. Why? I'm pretty sure that's a typo. It should say neck, like lick, right?
Yeah,
Should say lick.
probably, but I like one
let's go
long
with
dick
dick.
on her neck way better.
Yeah, 100%.
One long dick.
The longer
on her
it takes
neck.
me to get between your thighs, the rougher I'm gonna be when I get there. Understand? Yes, Derek. Do you want to feel that, baby? That's your man moving inside
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's how a real man talks to his woman after licking her neck dick. What a novel.
His hair against my sensitive inner thighs was its own provocation. Oh my god. Whatever. You know what? That's your yum. No, I'm gonna yuck it. I mean, I am gonna yuck it, but I'm within my right to yuck it, just as you're in your right to like it.
Yep. Nick Deck. Dick Neck. Wow. Wow. I said that so wrong. Remember how it used to be a scandal when celebs were caught in an elevator during normal sex? Right. Right. Yeah, remember when people were just getting in trouble for getting caught doing normal sex? That was a time.
Yeah.
That was a time,
Here's
was
the
it?
sex tape. It's like, what sex tape? Oh, the consensual sex tape. Oh.
The consensual sex tape
You know
between couples.
Yeah. But you know they have a kid, right? You know that this happened at some point.
Right.
One super.
Sorry, I should have laid off.
No, that's fine. You're good. Use all the missiles that you want, though. Are they right? The sex ed book. Oh, oh my.
You gotta be dead. Explode, please. There we go. It would be a good book. It would be hilarious. Or it would become a New York Times bestseller. For being so amazing and just uniting people in ways they had never been united before. Getting Omni slashed by Vonnie and Fang. Forward by Decepticreeper. I like it. I like it. Mm-hmm. Bom, 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 bigger the bomb.
Okay. Now some ready is done. So now I'm gonna do my little loops around. I think I'm doing the shaft.
Yeah, baby.
And under the mother brain.
Work the shaft, please.
Shaft,
With
mother
that
brain,
neck
and
dick.
doing the double loop around. And then I think that should be good. We're making some pretty good time here.
No one's shoved any materia into my slot for a minute.
The precious hot pocket.
Man, it's really fun having Spring Ball in here.
Yeah, Spring Ball is just fun. It's underutilized, underappreciated. I'm hoping that we get a rando where we get Spring Ball like immediately and just
Yeah.
get to everywhere.
Use it for fucking everything. I would. Spring Ball percent. Let's go. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. Don't touch me in my sussy button. Yo.
Just how deranged some of the conversation has been on it says the sex ed thing is the tweet and then the response to it or whatever. It doesn't matter what social media platform it was, but it was where the person said it's like he came a kidney stone into me and now we have a little pocket a pussy pearl. Honestly, I really wish I couldn't fucking read right now.
That's ridiculous. Don't you Sam me, please. I'll be thinking about that one tomorrow for sure. Yeah. Ew.
Crunchy gummies.
Oh.
Yo, Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll, I have a new idea for you.
Hear me out.
Crunchy like a pussy pearl.
Ew. Yeah.
No crunch like a Crunchyroll crunch.
This is now we're back. Now we're like back to the fish for me. The fish man.
I'm a connoisseur.
Fine connoisseur.
Give me a lot for this one.
Prescription strength baseball.
What is that? One large dookie soup.
Textural Wonderlands, that's right. It's been a textural journey.
My kids are playing a joke on me.
Oh, my kids just played a joke on me. I need to forget tonight.
The one reaction picture that I have is like, oh, you know what? It's my fault for having a phone.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my. Alright, so now I'm cleaning up blue shit, hey? Oh, I gotta go do the rest of Brian Star.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the shaft, those missiles by the parlor, and this drop here. I'm hoping I can get the
Double
missiles in
baby,
one
double.
shot.
Double drop. Hot to trot, double drop. There it is. There it is.
Perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
It's the first time I've gotten this in our runs.
I love it. I love it.
No, no, no! No, no, no!
Oh. Well, I got it. Peace.
I can unpanic now. Oh, no. I shit my pissy pearl.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I really do need the map. Why on earth did I open these sex excerpts?
What are you doing?
It's like, I'm trying to look for the reference points, and it's like, what do you mean, big dick?
Whee! Oh Lord. Go up. Go up, you son of a bitch. I ain't got time for this shit, Samus. Samus Arans. Why does it make you feel on fire and like you pissed yourself? Yeah. Ain't that wild? That's such a wild feeling. Why does it feel like I'm peeing, but nothing's coming out? What in the name of pharmaceuticals is happening in my penis? Like you had an amazing orgasm without having a jelly pile in your pants. Iodine based in hyper smolar. Concentrates rapidly in the kidney and ureters and makes you feel like you're pissing yourself. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Today we learned. The fire thing was just me then. Were you en fuego?
Muy delicioso.
Warm and flushed. Okay, there you go. It wasn't just you. You're in the fire club now.
So now I guess I am going to make my way to Mother Brain.
Yep, go for it. By the time you get there, I should just be done cleaning up. X-rays, best rays. How do you feel about Y rays, though? Like, yeah, Nick, so like you're just sitting there and they're like, okay, so sometimes people will have a sensation that they feel like they're peeing themselves, and you're like, oh, that's happening right now. And they look and they're like, no, sir, you are actually pissing yourself. Oh, well, this is awkward. That's happened before. Good. Good! I'm glad my joke mimics reality. Not to you, but with patience. Good. Double good. Because it wasn't you and it was a stranger.
I remember when I was getting my testicles worked on, and when I was at the urologist,
Getting like a tune-up?
and no, getting the old snipperoonie.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I remember when like the nurse and the doctor came in and they had like went through the chat and everything like that, and then they were just like, oh, okay, you know what, and just you can get changed into this gown, and then like we'll give you a little bit of privacy while you change and everything like that, and we'll be back in a little bit. And I was like, wait, privacy for who? And then it's like, well, just it's like a courtesy. And it's like, aren't you gonna be like playing with my testicles for a couple hours? Like,
Right,
I
what's
don't
the
think
secret?
I really need. Yeah. And it's like, if anybody's concerned about being naked, they're not generally like, oh, my fucking nipples.
Yeah.
They're usually gonna start talking about their dick, and it's like, you're playing with my dick for a couple hours. So you know what? If you just want to stay here, I don't care. It's just a
Right.
body you've seen a bunch. And he just sort of looked at me and he just like, huh, never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, that's the thing too, is like, because you know, you're usually awake for it, so it's just like,
Yeah.
there's a curtain between me and you, but we're talking while you're handling my boys, like.
Well, there was no curtain. He was just chatting with me, straight up. Full eye contact, full everything. There was no, like, there was nothing dividing it. And so it's just like, you know, I'm assuming that you're a medical professional. This is probably not a sexualized thing amongst the thousands of dicks that you played with. So,
Right.
you know, just have at it, man.
Yeah, go nuts.
Ayo.
I got an ECG, and the tech or whatever opened the door immediately after, and everyone in the hallway got to see my man titties. A gift. A gift for the hallway dwellers. Observe my titties!
Here's my tatas, everyone. Enjoy, enjoy.
Ta-ta, ta-ta. Ta-ta, ta-ta. Oops, didn't mean to go down there. Yeah, it's a nice courtesy and all, but yeah.
Well, it was sort of like there. I remember when it was like when I was struggling with stuff and I was first getting like my Crohn's diagnosis and everything like that. And there was like one of the really bad nights, and the guy, I was just like, there's things that happen, and like you, dude, like you gotta check. And he was just like, oh, normally we do this, this, and this, and I was just like, dude, I don't really care. Like my pain tolerance is ridiculous. Just sort of do whatever. And then he like basically used a kickstand and open up my ass, and he was just like. And I was like, normally people like ask me out for like give me flowers, dinner date, all that sort of stuff. We're just getting right into it, and I respect that. And he's just like, how are you making jokes right now?
Listen, man, I've seen some shit.
Well, it's funny because like I because there's the combination of there's more research being done on it, but there's talk about how there's sort of a disconnect in the brain for people with autism that makes their pain tolerance really, really high when it's anticipated events like that.
Yeah.
Because this is the theory is that your brain is essentially capable of processing the fact that it's like, this is a painful thing that you are voluntarily doing, so just don't react to this shit. Why are you reacting to this shit? And it just sort of shuts off, and I experienced that quite deeply. Like when I've been getting my full sleep, people have been like, oh, what about the ditch, what about the back of the elbow, what about this and that, and I'm like, the what? And it's like, wasn't that part painful? And it's like, the what part? And it's like right here. And it's like, oh, it was just annoying.
Yeah.
So like, it's just such a thing for me. And like, I had to go to the hospital recently, and I had an infection pooling in my foot, and they're like, oh yeah, we can do this with numbing and everything like that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just cut it open. And then she's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, just hack it open. I don't care. And it's like, what about the sedation? She's like, no, trust me, you can just cut it open. And then she makes the incision, and then was just like, oh, did that hurt? And I was like, what hurt? I was like, oh, okay, never mind then. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's wild, man. That's like a superpower.
It's weird. It also means that chronic pain issues and things that I should be paying attention to sometimes get ignored because I
Yes.
just don't have the ability to process it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's of tremendous benefit. Okay, good. We have just enough energy.
Yep.
And mathed it out perfectly.
We have all the stuff too.
Beauty. Okay, the timing of that was really good.
Yeah, no, I was in a totally safe space for that, so that was great.
Yeah, Doc was spelunking in me, and I was just cracking jokes the whole time. Okay, cool. I like some of the stuff that we've done. Made some major improvements here. We've learned a lot. Feeling really good here.
I can't remember where my safe landing spot was.
I don't know. Thankfully, like, you have, like, room. Like, it's not something where you have to be, like, teetering because it takes me so much longer to exit.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly last time, you kind of pushed it a little bit more, and you got pretty decently far away. Or pretty close, I should say.
I think I was waiting by the animals last time. Because this should be a safe space. I mean, whatever, I've gotten everything, so if it crashes, I guess I don't care.
No. I still count it a GG's if I wind up escaping.
You just have to make the difficult decision of, do you want to,
I always save the animals.
I know where I'm gonna go. I know where I'm gonna go. I'm right here. Because this should be a safe space to be. Alright, should be getting countdown. Yep.
Beauty. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be going down here. Christ, it's been so long since I've been that other way that I don't even know what that looks like. Because unless we were to go for something ridiculous like 100% co-op map completion or something like that, like I'll never have a reason to go to some of these spots.
Yeah, for real. Perfect. Yes. I did save them critters, so that's all set. Just
Beauty
chilling.
Yeah, I see that on the rando doc. Nice.
Boom, baby, boom.
I remember there was not the last Super Metro tournament, but the one before, Oats and Kitty in a race. It was so tight that what separated them was the steam that comes from the ground.
Yeah.
There was one that hit Cutie right before the ship.
No
That's
kidding.
what decided the race. They were that tight.
That's ridiculous. That's insane.
And it wasn't like one of those things where they were both like messing about or anything like that. Their runs were like perfect. And it would be like they both had runs where it was just like every runner dreams of those runs because of how high level they wind up playing. And so the fact that they were both playing that high level and that's what separated them is like, holy shit.
That's insane.
Oh,
That's
we got
absolutely
exactly
wild.
our in-game time. Nice.
Nice. What was our runtime?
1:18:29.
No
so
shit.
we gained 6 minutes.
Damn. Thanks for the GGs.
That felt really good. I
Yeah, that
tell
was
you, it
damn
was
good.
all the Pussy Pearl talk.
It was. It absolutely was. Oh, fuck yeah, man. Oh, God, my knees hurt. Good lord. Very tight, yet accommodating.
It's the way.
It is the way. Mm. So satisfying.
That
Alright,
felt
so-
really good.
I gotta remember to add an ashtray to the table with a smoldering cigarette in it. Ashtray. Oh man.
Yeah, perhaps we need to seriously pontificate and post the question. What do we do? Is it more just the random chaos, or do we wind up having it where it's just like, no, we're gonna do this now?
Just
Like you
keep-
mentioned the Reddit scroll or something like that, but it's like, is there something that we specifically want to look at? Is like the conversation starter.
Oh.
There's a lot of potential where it's just like you start with something
Well, I
and
always
it's just like, a random question of the day. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
there's so many things.
Yeah, I always wanted to find like a really good I don't know, like some sort of like I guess yeah, a question of the day site or something that's just got like some random ass something like yeah. Like I don't know if there's a good website for that. Cuz like I don't want to what I don't want to do is like look again at like the idea because like I've had ideas like that before. It's like, ooh, like I'll accumulate a list and then I'll put it somewhere and then like like I don't want to build out like a bot that has like you know what I mean, like
Yeah. You gotta have that organic flow to it.
I want to get caught off guard. I don't want to be like, oh, I was waiting for this one to come up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
So
you just
I'm
want it to
open-
be.
Yeah, I'm open to suggestions for that. Because off the bat, I got nothing. I think for my ashtray picture, I'm gonna have to Photoshop something. Man, why does everybody want like money for the assets that they put together? Whatever happened to the days of just
And
easily stealing
lots.
things off the internet?
Well, and I think the thing too with that is
Oh,
that
sorry, Nick,
there-
you missed the cigarette ashtray conversation.
I think the thing for me with that too is the context for it, and when you have people that wind up charging like ridiculous prices for when they're like not the extreme of like AI generation, because that's just outright stealing, but
Yeah,
when it's
yeah.
like when they're posting things that are like just sprite rips with a slight modification or not even any modification or anything like that, or it's just like it's clearly just following the formula of like all of these look the same, this layout, this emote or anything like that, where it's just
Yeah.
like it's clearly just like ripped and like
Yep.
and now you're charging for that.
Right.
You didn't do anything.
Right. Yeah, that's dirty pool right there. Not a fan. There's just so many skeezy people. Yo,
Yeah,
Fiery.
absolutely.
What up? Yeah, there's just so many skeezy effing people out there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I found some great ashtray pictures, but like, I'm gonna have to like knock out a background. Like, oh god, I'm gonna have to do work. I'm gonna have to do work for my stupid joke that no one's gonna care about except for me. And now I gotta try and remember to do it. Oh god.
Or we just stick to it as it is. I like the chaos of this scene too.
Oh yeah, no, this
Eh.
scene is my favorite. This scene is. Did I ever explain to you the origin of this scene?
No, you haven't.
This is in large inspired by and not too far from accurate to my grandmother's kitchen.
Oh, okay. I can see the vibes.
You've been
I
lurking.
can see the vibes
I
for
appreciate
sure.
that. I appreciate you, Fiery. Yeah, see, like, I could put like, see, that could be fun too. Like, if we could find a good, I guess that would be the thing, like some sort of weird topic generator or something, because that could be on the TV. I can put something behind.
What are we
there.
talking about? You just putting the text on there or something? Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like that. Because I am going to also do, like, the what the hell's happening on the internet, too. I don't know if that's... I don't know. That might be a thing I do for a solo stream, just because I don't know how I share audio easily. Set that up. Because then it would be like, okay, so I hear it, everyone else hears it, but then you'd have to, like... We'd have to, like, ridiculously orchestrate it, where it'd be like, okay, I'm going to play it. No, don't listen to me in my audio. Now go listen to the stream audio. And like, I don't know. That sounds chaotic. To a point where it would almost be like unattainable. I don't know. All I know is I feel like I need to go eat a graham cracker. And I'm gonna do that. Because tomorrow I need to get to my job early. Because I have to leave for a while. Because tomorrow we have our 6-month neurology checkup for Cece.
Oh,
And that
okay.
always
Yeah.
stresses her out, and that's just gonna be... I'm trying not to think about it. Trying to stay positive. I'm hoping eventually she just kind of gets over the fear of going to Children's Hospital for that stuff, but she knows. Kid's been in and out of the doctor too much over her life, so I get it. I get it. Alright. Well, excellent run. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you, Fang, for continuing to indulge me in the Super Metroid madness. This is good stuff.
Oh, you betcha. Love it.
Everybody have a damn good night. If I can have the energy, I will stream tomorrow. I am hoping. Now that I put it out there, I've probably fucking jinxed myself. God damn it. Whatever. There's the door. See yourself out. Have a good night. And as always, get the fuck off my lawn. Bye.